Okay, I'm with Tunde. Tunde is one of those guys that really battered Arsenal when we're losing against PSG. He was so elated, so happy. You can see him. He's a diehard United fan, but somehow today he's still on PSG, even though they lost to West Ham because he knew from the outset that West Ham was going to defeat them because as a result of that, he decided to put on a PSG jersey in order to cover up. But I know him now as a diehard Reds. So somehow you guys lost today. So what's your take? Why did you people lose? You guys have bottled it up also. Do you think you have a capacity to go to Europa Cup finals and win against Tottenham?
Yeah, definitely. Once more, and changes, the guy has said better for. I'm like, for example, for today's match, it's all about Alex.
Highlights?
Yeah, it's all about Alex.
How do you mean?
Because do the kind of series they defeated.
Atletico body, bro.
It's a good shape now.
Hey, bro. Hold on. Atletico Bilbao, they didn't give you guys enough fight. Aside from the only goal they scored at the Old Trafford.
Yep.
So you guys did best. You guys scored 3 goals against that same league, that same defense. I beg your pardon. You guys scored 3 goals against them.
Because that significantly shows a difference. How we are greater more than others. You can't compete United here.
Also, going forward now.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to agree with you. Let me just blindly agree with you. Considering the fact that you guys have lost to Tottenham this season twice, they beat you guys home and away, and they beat you guys in Carling Cup. Do you think you've got the capacity to go to Europa Cup finals and defeat Tottenham?
Sure. 100%, not even 100%, 1,000 or 1,000,000 times that. So gonna defeat Tottenham.
So what happened to you guys when you guys lost to them in the Europa League?
Like, mostly I will start saying that injuries for fun.
Tottenham had more injuries than you guys. So the entire back line, the entire back line, their defense, it was lost.
A great transition take place.
What a transition!
Yeah, because
you guys spent 65 million on Euro.
No, starting of the season, yes, was Eric. Around middle of the season, which was been
that nobody's take. You guys chose to replace a coach that won the FA Cup for another coach that is unknown because he's revealing with Sporting Lisbon. So that's what I take.
Now, Eric totally lost the players, lost the camp, lost every integrity between him and the players. You understand? That is one of the reasons that Eric was sacked because going out at the media, telling trust players about how they are negative both in and off the pitch.
Okay, hold it on there.
Yeah.
Amorim did a similar thing.
Yeah.
At English International, a striker in the like of Marcus Rashford, he said, I would rather play a 68-year-old coach trainer than to play Rashford in my team. Do you think that was a good statement from a coach that knows his own in?
No.
So why are you blaming him to the injury?
Because Eric, since the era of Ferguson, he loved United board decided to show to Eric. He never did it for Ferguson, Moyes, Van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, Oliver Solskjaer, and even Ralf Rangnick. Eric was given a great opportunity, a huge challenge that, even if during the time of announcing the deal as a new United manager, his first statement he usually spoke out towards him. Everything gonna be all about United because now the era between Liverpool and Man City will be totally come to an end. You knew about this. Eric said that verbally, everyone in the world watching combat.
Look at
At the end, you become a loser.
Okay. Let's look at what's not done. Let's look at what you guys have done this season.
Yeah.
I give it to you guys. You guys had a very bad season. Yeah. I'm one of those that believe that you guys have got a couple of players that can nick the Premier League.
Look.
And I always said that the challenge you guys had is in the dressing room. That every coach that come to United have lost the dressing room. And one of the key things I've expected from one of the key things that I've like expected from Amorim is for Amorim to choose, ask the players to select a new leader. You guys stripped Maguire of the captainship ban. You never told him the reason of it. And this is a player that has accolades of players that supports him in the team. And from what we hear from Grapevine, Bruno Fernandes is one of those players that was itching for him to be stripped of the captain's band. So how do you think that the same team will want to play for? Because a coach is as good as his team, but a team is as good as the leadership, the captain of the team.
Second, all the butchers. Now, like, firstly, I want to say a very big kudos to Amorim. Actually, during Eric tenure, like around starting of this season, it was the 12 years, it's United. Like, actually, Eric even lost the chance. You understand? Players will be sitting by their nationalities, sitting by friends, sitting among.
But the same thing is happening.
Now Amorim didn't drink it. Now, United players, both their cardinals and the big team, they are all doing a training session in the morning. You want to sit together.
So what's the final take? You guys
That's shown a clear indication that Amorim
is getting it right.
is getting close around. Because same thing happened to Arsenal. You knew about it. And things are being blocks. When you have love, you will come. Totally. You become a definite winner. It's just all about the relationship. Now, as I said with my wife, I'm saying, if respect love does it take this? You know about that that's one thing they never be simple now. Okay, it's totally serious.
Look at what's going on.
Everything Amorim did a great job. Now, just take it down. United, they defeated Leicester City today. You can see emotion about Amorim. He's very angry. He don't go to meet us in negative words. But Amorim, both of them have a mutual agreement that they are ready to fight for Amorim in Europa.
Okay, let's see what's your final take about this Europa Cup final. What do you expect from the United team?
I mean, this particular final pass, like after I'm praying and fasting that we're gonna be victorious, United. And secondly, Tottenham is a better side than us for now because like, they have defeated us 3 times. But I'm going to tell you that United, we're going to become champion. We're going to use the Europa to lead a good life in Champions League.
Other guys,
Definitely, United are going to be champion.
listen to the Arsenal fans. Listen to the Arsenal fans. Between is fasting and praying. But in football, fasting and praying does not count. It is what you are able to bring to the field of play. I want to be hoping that on the 21st of May, that there's going to be change and paradigm shift between United and Tottenham. Considering the fact, why am I saying this? I'm a diehard Arsenal fan. I wouldn't want Tottenham to win, but at the same time, I wouldn't want United to win. I would have loved United to win, but the kind of banters they've given us on social media, I think this is the high time for a not London team to nick the Europa Cup. And I'm rooting for the first time in the history of my growing life supporting Arsenal as a diehard supporter of Arsenal and supporting Tottenham. And come on, you guys.
Before the final conclusion, I'm going to tell this again that money, we need to come in a large numbers to go our support to the players. Africa, Asia, Europe, America, North America. We need to come in a large number and don't keep a kudos. Another JG area.
I know it, man. Yes, and don't also forget that Madrid shut the stadium at Santiago Bernabeu in order to allow the rousing noise to offend Arsenal fans. And yet, Arsenal defeated them by 2-1. Until then, it is come on, you Gunners!
Money for life.